experiment, try things out, fail. That's a good thing because now you get feedback. Failing is feedback. That's all it is. So if it didn't work, all right, well, you know, next time I'm going to figure out an angle where we can get it so we don't get that shadow. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at beautiful Padua Hills. You guys have seen the shoot here a bunch of times. It never gets old. We love it here. The people here are wonderful, and we look forward to shooting here. And I'm not just saying that, we genuinely do. So today we're going to be shooting, as you guys can see, it's very harsh in this little area where the ceremony is going to be. And that's why I brought two 8200s with me today. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up two flashes on either side to kind of even out the lighting. We may end up using just one by the time that the ceremony happens because the sun is probably going to be over there. So we don't need dual light to come both from the sun and from the flash. I bought this little small rig contraption that I was going to attach if there was a pole, if we were going to do the ceremony on the other side, but it doesn't look like there's going to be anywhere to attach it here at a good angle, so we're just going to set them up on two light stands. So that's what we're going to do. That was the main thing that I was thinking about today, is just adding a little extra light to fill during the ceremony, because sometimes it can get a little harsh. Other than that, we're just going to be, you know, directing throughout the day, letting them know where they need to stand, where they need to be, things are out of the pockets, all these little things. On the way, we were discussing that I am going to make a video about that, a little talking head video, as far as directing with intention and directing with confidence. So that's a video that I'll be posting soon. So if you guys have any questions on directing, posing, leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to include that. Other than that, we're going to try to keep them in the shade for the most part, both so they don't overheat and also so the lighting looks really nice on them. On top of that, if we do put them in an area where the sun is out, we're gonna make sure that the sun is behind them so they get a nice little hair light like you guys are about to see right there, but the lighting in the front is nice and even. One thing that I tell them sometimes is just follow their shadow, so that way I know that they're definitely gonna be with the sun completely behind them, because obviously I don't want them to turn around and then stare at the sun. Just follow your shadow, there we go, that's where you're gonna stand. Follow along, let us know what you guys think, leave comments, questions, all that. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll do those really quick before you get fully dressed. Now, question, who's gonna help you with like zipping up and everything?
My aunts should be here soon.
No problem, yes. So when she gets here, just make sure that she's camera ready. Okay. So that way we'll probably do it like right outside over here. Okay. And Roberta, if it gets too hot today, what's that?
Roberta is always camera ready. Always.
Beautiful, I like that. If it gets too hot anytime throughout the day, let me know if you need a break, okay?
Sounds good.
Cool, right. Yeah, so we're gonna steal your dress and we're gonna do it real quick, yeah. Okay, so once I get the wide shot with the 17 to 28, I'm gonna get some close-ups of the dress, and I'm gonna do it from the opposite angle of the flash, so that way it doesn't look completely flat. Because if I'm shooting from the same angle that the, bless you, that the flash is coming from, then it looks, bless you, then it looks completely flat. So the idea is to shoot from the opposite angle of the flash, and also avoid the people in the background. So I'm moving around a little bit. Oh, there's a head. There we go. Cool. And in case you guys are wondering, we're using a suction cup at the top, which you would use in the shower for a loofah, but it works for this too. So here we go. I'm going to put it in silent so you won't hear it, but I promise I'm taking photos. There we go. I got that face.
It's going to sit, right?
Nice. Here we go. Take your time, ladies. Nice. Nice. You're just giving me more opportunities to shoot, so go take your time. Good.
Okay, good.
Haley, let me have you put just one hand in front of the other, just like that. Dainty. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Yep, there we go. Hold that right there.
I can't do it.
Okay.
We got the photo, so if you want to, yeah.
Get some with friends.
Yeah, you have stronger hands.
Yeah, I believe in
somebody
Emily.
to zip.
Girls, you got it.
Yeah. It was a boob thing.
That was the solution.
It does. I'm not well. Sorry. Okay.
Don't still in it, you got it.
See, these are the photos I love. With your friends, laughing. Yes. Stay right there. I'm going to back up just actually into that corner. Thank you. Hold that. 1, 2, 3. Stay right there. And just a couple more. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So it looks very dramatic in this one. That's why we went with.
Oh my gosh, that is so dramatic.
Yeah, it's very dark around her. So yeah.
Wow.
Let me see.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
You are stunning.
That's awesome.
She looks great. Yeah.
Oh, it should hang in like a museum or something.
Yeah.
You're going to be over here on the right side. Thank you, Alexis. So right there. Ready, guys? Let me have you looking straight this way. Alexis, a little more flat. Come this way. Right there. Alexis, go back a little just so I can see. Yeah, there we go. So I don't see the softbox. Thank you. Ready, guys? Looking right here. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And Haley, let me have you turn your head this way a little more. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Hold that. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Nice. And again, 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Looking at each other right there, guys. Nice. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Let me do one a little bit on this step over here. So I'll have you guys scoot over and then I'll pose you again. For this one, Caitlin, can you take her flowers when you have a moment? And then Haley, you're going to be standing right over here.
Okay.
And then Corey, you're going to be standing a little bit behind her, but a little to the side. So that way we can see both of you. You're going to put one hand around her waist and then the other hand, you're going to hold her hand on this side. So yeah, this one around the waist and then that one, you're going to hold her hand there. Yep. And then I would say, Haley, if you want to hold on to, yeah, it just feels more embraced. Yeah. Corey, let me have you scoot over just a little more. That's it. Just so we can see your full face. We want to see everything. For this, Haley, I'm going to have you looking a little this way.
Okay.
The flash is going to be coming from that direction. Don't look at the flash because
Okay.
it's very bright, but towards that direction. And then Corey, you're going to be looking at her. I'm going to be all the way back there. That's why I'm directing this first before I run. So stay right there. And then I would say, Alexis, you can light from right here. Yeah, just a little more extreme with the angle. All right, going for a run. Haley looking that way, and then Corey looking at her. Hold that right there. Nice. Oh, yeah, that's it. One more time. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3. So you see the pole right here? We're going to have you hide behind it. So that way I don't have to Photoshop anything out, like the good old days. There's going to be like an inch of the softbox we'll have to take out, right? So for this one, Haley, I'm going to have you looking a little that way. And then I'm going to have you, Corey, looking at her right there. And then Haley, one more time, just lower the flowers. Yeah, we'll do one with the flowers, yeah. So right there. It happens. It's happened a few times here to me, so I get it. Right there. Alexis, bring the light stand back a little, just because I'm seeing it. Right there. Yep. And then try to hide under the pole. Si te puedes esconder. Muévete ahí. Un poquito más. Ahí está. There we go. I'm going to mix up the Spanish a little today, guys. Right there. Perfecto. Muy bien. Hold that. I'm going to test it. 1 second. 1, 2, 3. I love this. I've never done this angle. I'm liking this. Hold that right there. We'll do it. You know what? For this one, a nice serious one. So Haley looking this way, Corey looking at her. Hold that right there. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Mm-hmm. Haley, rotate a little. Good. And then turn your head back this way, just a pinch. Perfect. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. And again, 1, 2, 3. If I can have you do the hand in the pant pocket and then rotate your body just a pinch. Beautiful. Just like that. Looking straight this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Keep going. Keep going. Get in a little closer right there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Just a few more. Haley, turn your head this way a little more. Nice. Good. So right there, guys, let me have you scoot over a little this way. Right there. Alexis, that chair right here, can you push it in? Or both chairs, please? Yep, that's it. Good. And looking at each other, guys, hold it right there. Hold that. 1, 2, 3.
And then came to learn on later exchanges that she loved his silliness, his goofiness. And Corey I knew she would get all my sense of humor jokes. And when they both decided to take the risk on a first live date, people that are really compatible. And what they say about each other, from Haley, he puts me at ease. He keeps me calm, comfortable, and confident, and love for others. And for Corey, everyone thinks I'm a winner. I definitely married up. And she makes me a better person. She's so easy to be.
This one, Haley, let me have you kind of looking towards this direction. And then right there, Corey, you're going to be looking at her. So hold that right there. There we go. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Nice. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Nice. I'm going to grab the veil and we're going to exaggerate the hell out of it. So even though it's already...
Yeah, she's
oh,
a
that's
woman.
perfect. That's what we want. Good. Looking at each other. It's going to feel like it's going to tug and it might eventually come off. We'll put it back in. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So hold that right there. But this is the... oh, yeah. That's what we want. Nice. Nice. Give her a kiss on the cheek. Good. Hold it. Now, guys, we're using the 2 modeling lamps, the one on the 8200 Pro 2 in the front, the one on the 8200 in the back. So what we're doing right now is I'm showing you guys what the lighting is going to look like on the couple when we bring them out. One thing we always do is we test it out, we set it up, and then we bring them out. They're having a good old time in there. The last thing I want to do is bring them out here and then waste their time while we're setting it up, while we're figuring it out. We've been here dozens of times, so we know the setup, we know the numbers. But if this was a new location that we were shooting, we would make sure that we would test this out, have our assistant stand in, see how it looks, and then once we know that we worked everything out, that's when we would go and grab them. We're gonna do 2 shots, possibly. We're gonna do one here, and then there's another one where we're gonna shoot through the string lights if it's in them. Once we're done with the shot here, I'm gonna see what their energy is like and see if they wanna do that second one. If I feel like they just wanna go in and party, I'm gonna let them go in and party. A wedding is not a photo shoot. I want them to actually enjoy their wedding. So we're gonna do this photo, see how they feel, maybe do the second one, but if not, we'll just stick with this one. 1 8200 in the front, 1 8200 in the back to give them a little separation of the background, and then we're gonna expose to absorb all of this ambient light over here. Alexi says it's recording, so I can't talk too much stuff. Come forward a little bit, Alex. And then I'm stepping all the way back because we used to do this shot and we used to shoot it with a super wide angle, but I've been enjoying it more where I'm shooting it at 35 millimeters. And it's still a very wide shot, but since I'm far away, that's what's giving me the wide angle, not the fact that I'm shooting with a super wide angle lens and close up. Alexis, move to my right a little bit. Right there. A little less. Right there. So another thing that I do is I'm always paying attention to put them in the center of the walkway. Because if I put them too much to either side, obviously you don't want them to look off center. So I'm going to raise my ISO because I was shooting it at a very low ISO and I wasn't absorbing enough of the ambient light. So 1/128th power in the front. And even that's too much. I'm going to lower it to 256 and 256 out of the back too. And then ISO 3200, f2.8, 1/80th of a second. There we go. I hold my breath when I shoot so that way I don't give any shake. That's why I pause speaking when I shoot, in case you guys were wondering. Right there, guys, looking at each other. Hold that right there. Let me see. Nice. Stay right there. 1, 2, 3. Corey, let's have you guys scoot over towards you like a quarter step, like a tiny, right there. That's it. Perfect. Looking at each other. And I'm going to do just a couple more. Go for a kiss right there and hold it. Nice. And relax. We're good with this one. Let me hold this camera in the most professional way possible. So we did the night shot over there. They were really happy with it. But then I told them that we would probably set up another one. And since they were like, oh, that was really quick, I gauged that as if it's that quick, we can do another one. We're not torturing them. We set up another shot here. We have the softbox on my right, and we have another light in the back to just separate them from the background again. We didn't want to put that light directly behind them because I didn't want it to be hazy, and I also didn't want it to like be behind her and make her hair frizzy. So I put it a little bit to the side over there just as a little edge lighting. That should look really nice. And then I'm gonna shoot through these trees with string lights on them. And what that's gonna do, since I'm gonna be really zoomed in, is it's gonna create those nice bokeh balls, that blur around them. That's gonna give us that in the front, in the foreground, and then in the background, I strategically place it where behind them, it's gonna be another tree, so it's gonna give them more blur behind them. So it's gonna be like them in a sea of blurry lights, which should look really nice. I already tested it out with Caitlin, so I know more or less what it's gonna look like with them. So now we're gonna grab them. It's gonna take like 15 seconds, and then we're good to go. So just so you guys can see where the lights are gonna be positioned. There we go, cool. And the power is really low, 256 on both. Yeah, you don't need a ton of power when you're shooting at ISO. Oh, I'm not even that high on the ISO, 640. But yeah, you don't need a ton of power at night. So that's what we're doing. Onto her hand right here, and then you're gonna hold on to his hand over there. I would say this hand, Corey, let's bring it down like that. Even more down, so it's nice and relaxed. That's it. And then Haley looking this direction, Corey looking towards her. Perfect, right there. I'm gonna go and shoot through the trees over there. So you guys stay right where you are. Don't look at the light. I'm gonna hit test. There we go, that should be good. Can I have you guys move over a little towards Haley? So take a little half a step, right there. Perfect, thank you. Hold that. Oh yeah, there we go, nice. Good. One more. And again, 1, 2, 3. Awesome, get back in there and party, guys. All right, so another successful, fun day. We finished up with a couple of night shots. I felt like they were down for 2, so we gave them 2 shots. And then we went back inside because I didn't want them to miss our last couple of songs because she was very adamant that she picked the playlist and she was very happy about it. So energy was great. We were shooting dancing for almost 2 hours. So when you do that, you know, you don't have to shoot like a machine gun. Look for moments, capture the important bits of it, and while we do the night shot, our other photographer can capture the dancing, so that way there's always some coverage. So all in all, really good day. During the ceremony, I did use a flash, but about halfway through, I shut it off because I wasn't a huge fan. There was a little bit of a shadow that was being cast by one of the guests. So I decided to shut it off because the lighting wasn't as extreme, as crazy. I looked at the detail and I could see, okay, I can lift these shadows and bring it back to life. So I went with that instead of having the little shadow that the guest was casting. So we may have to dial that in a little bit. Listen, that's what photography or any creative field is about. You're not gonna get it right all the time. Experiment, try things out, fail. That's a good thing because now you get feedback. Failing is feedback, that's all it is. So if it didn't work, all right, well, you know, next time I'm going to figure out an angle where we can get it so we don't get that shadow. Or, you know, there's always different solutions. So overall, really great day. The couple was amazing. I knew that it was going to be a good day as soon as she walked into the bridal suite because her energy was just very positive and happy. When you have that, you know it's just going to be a good, smooth day. And even if it's not completely smooth, it's going to be a good day anyway because they're going to roll with the punches. Just to reiterate, another great day. The lighting, the technical stuff, all that. If you have any questions, leave them. But in the end, guys, get out there, have fun, enjoy the day. You know, directing them is as easy as speaking confidently. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like the stuff that we post, feel free to subscribe. And I hope you guys are having an amazing week.